What did it do? What did it do? It's the two, Gus. And today's episode, we have a special guest in the building. The one, the only, the man, the myth. The only Afro Beats artist in Zambia.
That's crazy.
Jay Trigga. Jay
Keep
Trigga,
us
Jay Trigga,
away.
Jay Trigga, Jay Trigga, Jay Trigga. How's it, man? How are you?
Steady, man.
It feels weird to like do this
Steady.
without Wesley's intro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, for me, that's weird. It's very, very weird to have to do this without Wesley.
Solo.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm here to help.
But you know, I always say that I'm Zambia Charlemagne, so I know what I'm doing. I know how to talk to people.
No, I'm ready.
Let's actually toast to having Jay Trigga on the podcast.
Love.
You know, cheers.
Cheers.
We
cheers.
are here at the bottle shop at Lewanika. Bear in mind that bottle shop is also located at Manda Hill, at East Park, and Dola in Kitwe, and in Solwezi as well, in Northwestern Province. They've got nationwide delivery. If it's rare, they have it. You know, you can order with them. All those kinds of things, ladies and gentlemen. We are having fantastic Smirnoff. I forget what it is. It's watermelon and what? Watermelon and mint cocktail made by the Cocktail Lab. It's quite good. It's not as good as that
Tastes nice.
cocktail, the best one you've ever made me, but it's good, huh? Jay Trigga, how you feeling about the cocktail?
Like it.
It's nice,
Fruity.
huh? Nice.
Fruity.
So I'm gonna be cliche in this podcast, I guess, by asking the question that everyone asks every artist ever.
Yeah.
What's the worst song you've made?
Worst.
Yeah, you thought I was gonna ask about where does Jay Trigga come from.
Yeah.
What's the worst song
couldn't-
you've made? I don't say that. There must be one song you look back and you're like, nah, I don't feel this anymore.
Should be the Chinese jam I did.
Chinese?
Yeah.
You did a song in Chinese?
Yeah.
What? Mandarin?
Yeah.
That's
I speak
crazy.
Mandarin. So, yeah, but I was in China at the time.
Yeah, that's.
I was doing hip hop.
Is it still
I
up?
was
Like,
like,
can people find that?
Yeah.
It's on
sadly, It's everywhere. It's the guy's jam. I'm a feature.
That's insane. And it's
Yeah.
still out. What year was this? That's crazy.
Uh,
I didn't know this.
2019.
Damn.
Just before I made the full shift to Afro Beats.
Uh-huh. How does that happen, by the way? Because I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm.
When I see the name Jay Trigga and I see you, right? Even just the way like you present,
Mm.
let me say, it's very rapper-esque.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Jay Trigga, you
yeah.
know. So how does, in fact, yeah, let's go back to the beginning even.
Mm.
Were you always Jay Trigga?
Yeah.
Always.
No, from high school. I think
High
the name came from high school. When I used to, I had friends who used to rap.
Yeah.
But I was more of
Everyone
more of a producer.
Uh-huh,
You know,
uh-huh.
and then I had a friend, James.
Yeah.
James. So before he would rap, it would be like, Jay, pull the trigger.
That's hard.
Because Jay
That's
comes
hard.
from my real name. So he was like,
That's
Jay,
hard.
pull the trigger.
And
then
I
he
was
raps.
going to say, no one knows your real name.
Yeah. Is it? I think it's out there now.
No, it's not, dude.
Yeah?
I do not know your real name.
Crazy.
I do not know your real name. That's
okay.
like, I just know you as Trigger. I just say it's the
it's
Trigger.
a simple
Jay.
one. It's a simple one. It's Jack.
Jack.
Imagine.
That's crazy. I thought he was going to say James.
No, I get James a lot. But it's
Jack.
Jack.
Jack is dope.
Jack. Just Jack, not
Jack
Jackson.
Jack Trigger is crazy.
So the J.
The bottle shop
comes from
stocks Jack Daniels, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're wondering, it's right here.
there. Plug.
Right here. It's right here. It's right here. The 750 is $800 and the 1 liter is 1,100 kwacha. But yeah, Jack. That's
Imagine.
very, very interesting. I'm doing my best
So
not
it's
to
started
drop the
from
bottle
there.
here.
So started from there, then I was still just a producer. Even when I went to uni,
Yeah.
just producing. Because performing and being an artist wasn't my thing.
Mhm.
I didn't feel like it's something I would do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Until I got bored and started doing it myself. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
So, yeah.
That's very, very interesting. I really had no idea. Do you still produce now?
More mixing and mastering, like engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than producing the songs
Than
from scratch.
producing from scratch because it's a lot of work.
I see. And the music you were producing at the time, was it hip hop? Was it Afro beat?
Hip hop.
It was hip hop,
Hip hop.
definitely.
Hip hop and some EDM.
Really?
Yeah.
So, you know, interestingly, for you guys who weren't obviously listening or on camera before we started, you actually mentioned that you need to start going for like raves and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, that's very, very
Love it.
interesting. One, because you seem like such a calm person.
Yeah.
You don't come across as like a very.
I love.
So how was that making
I love
EDM?
EDM, more especially because I was in China.
Got
It's
you.
a perfect place.
Really?
You know, it's like the raves were heavy there.
It's a good
So-
scene for that kind of music.
Mhm. And I just love how
So which EDM artist
complicated it is.
do you listen still now?
Not as much, I won't lie. But I
Ah,
used to be
okay.
heavy on Skrillex,
Big time. That's a master.
Diplo.
Yeah.
When they were Jack U,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time, man, Avicii,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
May rest in peace. Yo, long live Avicii.
It was crazy.
What an artist. bro.
Crazy.
What an artist. No, that's
Yeah.
really, really interesting.
Kaigo. I was
Yeah.
here. Oh, the goats.
That's knowing it. Yeah.
Kaigo.
You know what I like about Kaigo, actually? Kaigo's got this like unique ability to make like a very calm song.
Yeah.
Like it's calm, but it's still like,
But it's crazy.
you know?
Is it, what song is that? Used to have it all. Now that can.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bro.
I think it's called Show Goes On or something.
Show
like that.
Goes On.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's
What a banger. That was a hit. My goodness. And it's not very like, traditional
No.
up-tempo.
And the whistles.
Yeah.
Was it like the flute he used to use?
Yeah. He uses like some flute
Yeah.
sound. Yeah. That's really, really dope. That's interesting that you like that kind
I
of music.
listen to too much.
So then now, how do you go from Zambia to China to Nigeria, Ghana,
Yeah. Now that's
Senegal,
that's
Cote
uni.
d'Ivoire? How
That's
did you-
uni because university. My university had so many Nigerians.
Yeah.
So many, and
I don't think there's any university anywhere that doesn't have
Bruh.
lots of Nigerians.
And
To be honest,
I didn't have too many Zambian friends at the time.
Mhm.
I had more Nigerian friends, and then they put me onto Afro Beats,
Mhm.
like Wiz early on.
Yeah.
And so from that time, I just started listening.
I was gonna
too
say
much.
you're young because Wiz has been around for a long time. So if you're saying early on,
Yeah, early Wiz, man. Like,
Nah, I'm not hit. Sorry,
Serious.
guys. Like, I don't know what's going on in the car park outside. But it's like everyone's deciding to make noise right outside the store. But anyways, yeah. So you're
So
saying they
Wiz-
put you on, yeah.
And then I started producing a few songs here and there.
Yeah.
And met a Nigerian friend called Fego,
Mm-hmm.
who, if you hear the Cloud9 music thing I say, we started the label together there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, from then, just started doing music.
Were you still producing, or at this point now you started making? I mean, like
Producing.
like being on the tracks.
But mostly like the mixing and mastering.
Got you.
Yeah. And then I had a lot of songs that had empty verses.
Yeah.
One of them had a bounce that Ice Prince liked, and that's how I ended up. Like, that's another story.
Now
That's
you have
crazy.
to tell it now. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay,
That's
so-
another story.
So
It's this story.
I had beats from Nigerian producers to do ideas on.
Yeah.
Just for myself. And then there's one song when I did the song, I left an empty part. I didn't know who would fit it. I just left it and
Yeah.
then I gave it to Fego. Yeah. So he was, funny enough, the guy behind helping Ice Prince move around.
Yeah.
China, because he came for a show. So when he went to the hotel room, my friend was on the aux and he was just playing music.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like he was chasing the feature or anything. And then, funny
So
enough,
Figo was an artist.
no. He's more like managerial.
Got you.
Yeah, founder, basically,
Got-
investor, if I
uh-huh.
may. So he's playing the songs and then that specific song comes
Thumbs up, yeah.
and Ice Prince starts freestyling to it, to that empty.
Yeah, the empty part.
Yeah. So I was like, whose song is this? And then, all of this was happening. I didn't even know. I just got like a email sometime later. Fego just sent me an email. Like, listen to this. And then I had Ice Prince on it. And
Oh,
I was
your
thinking,
beat.
how much are they going to
Yeah,
my
yeah.
song?
That's the first thing,
I
of
was like,
course.
What's cutting? And then Ice was just like, I just messed with the song, the energy.
So it never officially came out.
No, it came out, but he like he said, I didn't have to pay. Just make sure, just make sure we do a video for the song.
What song is this now? And
It's out. I have a song, guys,
Dog.
years ago. That's how I got my Nigerian fan base.
Wait, I remembered this. I remembered seeing it. And I did ask myself to be like, how did you? Okay. No. I remembered it.
Yeah, so
Damn, that's crazy.
That's how like I started having this Nigerian fan base.
Yeah, and once they find you there, you're gone. Really and truly. And so, but like you still haven't mentioned when you started like singing or rapping.
I'd say 2019 officially.
So your first track, is it the
It's
same
hip-hop.
Mandarin one?
Yeah, it's no. I think I had a song called YSL.
Yeah.
That's my first like official tune. Then
Yeah.
there's an Afro Beats song, and then I did the Mandarin. That's in between. Because it was like a bine.
I'm finished.
It was a bine.
That's funny.
So
It was a bine. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
but if you go to my YouTube, the first song you find is YSL. And it did well, bro. It was on like MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a video and everything.
Yeah. Videos there.
That's very
Sounds totally different from what I'm doing now. Because I was hip hop.
So then, okay, cool. So now you make this transition into Afro beats. Of course, like we know, as we've grown older, Afro beats has just become bigger and better and bigger and better. Of course, there are still elements of like hip hop now that people add and whatnot.
And I'm a piano too.
And I'm a piano now, especially. They actually call it Omo piano. When Nigerians do like other Shaki does, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's really, really dope that kind of music is like African music in general.
It's time.
Is exploding.
It's about
to be
time.
very honest. I mean, there's too many of us for our kind of music to be ignored, and it's really, really like interesting to see how there's like this switch, almost to be like there's an appreciation. Like Rama has fan pages.
Imagine
the way Playboy Carti has fan pages. You know what I mean?
He has a cult.
Yeah, they call him African Carti. Like it's crazy, so crazy. And I'm sure definitely artists like that inspire your sound, inspire the kind of things you go for. So what I've wanted to ask is, so you come back to Zambia from China, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zambian music, it's actually almost even a sensitive topic.
Yeah, very.
What I can say here can even get me attacked. The question I can ask or whatever, they'll be like, he doesn't know anything. This guy, who is this guy? Why is he saying this? Like it's almost a sensitive topic. It's like it's like social, political, what? You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
too much.
Artists get so sensitive about it. And I understand why. I mean,
it's
like,
art.
Guys work, it's art number one, and guys work really, really hard. And there's little to no appreciation. You know what I'm saying? If there is any at all, even for all the hard work you've done.
Shut up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there was a glitch there in the sound. Was that deliberate? Oh, okay. Yeah, so like so you come back to Zambia where the market is very, very different. You know, how do you basically say, I'm gonna stick to this almost West African sound?
Yeah.
Compared to like, you know, here we like a lot of like what's it called? Brazilian funk-ish.
Yeah,
you know, like
this reggaeton.
Dancehall reggaeton. That's the kind of thing like most artists go for.
Yeah.
Like the commercial sound that, and when I say commercial, I mean like what's works
mainstream.
in like mainstream, like compounds in the taverns, in the bars.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's the kind of like sound, that those heavy drums. But you're a bit more like relaxed, toned down, you know, like road trip. I'm lying to a girl and there's music playing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I don't like to women. I don't like to. I'm sure you do.
How?
But like, you know, how do you manage basically coming back into that environment where you are by default going to be a minority?
Yeah. It was tricky because I came during COVID as well. The only reason I left China, to be honest, was COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it got hectic.
I can imagine. You're the ones who brought it here.
Slow. I came when it was already... It was already cutting. It was already inside.
It was already cutting.
Yeah, so I had to find my feet again. I won't lie. I started to question the whole thing. Because obviously you come here now, and like you said, it's different.
Very.
You know, it was easier when I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care what anyone was saying. I was just like, okay, I've got a booking here.
Yeah.
I'm chilling in China. You know, I've got Nigerians messing with what I'm doing. Then when you come here and be on the ground and listen to what's going on and now see it, it gets tricky online. Yeah. So me doing what I chose to do also came from me understanding that we import so much of it.
Yeah,
still.
100%. Like I said, it's very
even in the
supplement-
same taverns
Yeah.
you go to, you hear a lot of Joe Boy, a lot of Fireboy, a lot of. So I was like, it's not about the sound.
It's one of those things. Bro.
Yeah.
People from Nazareth hated Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, but then what I do is Afro Beats, and I've been doing it in the most pure way, because obviously my initial fan base was Nigeria before Zambia.
Gotcha.
So I can't just disregard that and then here.
It's also
now.
a bigger market.
It's also a bigger market, you know. So my whole idea is I don't make music for a country. I just make it for people who mess with me.
I like that you say that, because there's this conversation around or surrounding Zambian music, you know, to be like, it happened last I saw it or like experienced it was with Sampa the Great, right? You know, people now started saying she makes Zambian music. I don't think that's true.
No.
I think she just makes music.
She makes music.
You know what I'm saying? She's Zambian, 100%. She understands.
Zambian and I make music.
She understands that, like, you know, she's got Zambian tradition, Zambian heritage.
She carries it
fully. But I don't think that music you can call it Zambian.
Yeah, no. Even what I do is,
that's why I said you're the only Zambian Afro Beats artist.
Yeah,
really and truly, because it's Afro Beats.
It's Afro Beats,
but you're Zambian.
It's Zambian.
You know what I'm saying? You can't call it Zambeats.
No.
Like,
but it'll get there. I feel with time, we need to now see how we can merge.
Is that something you're interested in doing?
Yes, very much.
Like, are you also getting Zamrock samples and putting them in your jams?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to at least try to work with producers from that side and producers from this side.
Yeah,
and bridge that gap and probably make a sound like Afro Zambezi or something. That's what I've been feeling. You know,
no, that's really
take it to the source.
I really, really think, like, you know, we need stuff like that. I always like when
we can't sound, you know, we can't sound the same. Like even when I dropped the snippet, I was seeing the comments there. And it's like, oh no, this doesn't sound like it's from here. I'm like, okay, is it nice though?
I get
like,
you.
do you like it?
Oh yeah, you did tell that story.
Yeah. Like, do you like the song?
Do you like the song? Yes
like,
or no? Yeah.
Yes or no? Like,
wait, what it sounds like? Do you like
it's music?
Yeah.
You know, end of the day, it doesn't matter who's doing it.
That's
do you
true.
like it? So that's why I say I don't make music for a demographic. I would rather make it for people who mess with me. If you don't like it, just skip it.
I mean, it's for yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's your music, it's your art, like you mentioned. It never gets released without you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, you're not dropping it.
True.
So I like that you mentioned that, like, you know, you have to sort of like make a fusion, which is kind of the new form of Afrobeats as a whole. You know, like
it's a fusion.
They're calling it Afrofusion in general.
Correct. I think we have a glitch. Yeah.
It was off. Okay. Technical difficulties. So yeah, we're saying that Afrofusion, it's almost like it's its own genre now. You know, there's elements of, like, in Ira Star's music, whatever, it's Afrobeats, but there's like pop elements to it. Rama has, like we've said, like this trap,
dark,
you know, underground hip hop, like, not underground hip hop, but like this hip hop trap element.
It's grunge rock,
almost rock, like punk rock music, like elements to it.
Even the way he dresses, like it's
he is not an Afrobeats artist. I actually don't know what to call him. I just call him an artist.
He's just there. Rama is special, which is, and the way he's like evolved over time.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, you know, it's so crazy.
Insane.
So you're talking about COVID, right? The last concert I ever went to before the pandemic was a Rema concert.
Which one?
He was in Cyprus at the time in 2020. Just that's in pandemic.
Yeah, that pandemic time.
Went to the concert. I swear to you, before I knew he was coming, the only song I knew was Do Maybe. I went to go to his Apple Music. I listened to everything. Before I was like, oh, this guy's actually got like some bops, you know? Do Maybe is just the most, or was popular. The most popular one at the time.
He's insane.
And then to see him become like as big as he's become, and like, you know, him being appreciated even outside the continent. It's so insane.
His team is so dope. I got to meet him as well when he came to. I remember. I don't know if you remember. He brought me out on stage.
Yeah.
And they're like,
music club.
They know what they're doing. Like they knew
Do you feel like that's a thing we also lack in Zambia? I think that's a thing
Yeah.
we lack in Zambia. So people may be good musicians,
Mhm.
but horrible brands,
Yeah.
or they're good brands and not good
Yeah.
musicians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like a tricky balance.
And everyone wants to be the star. That's a problem. Some people don't understand that maybe it's not for you.
Yeah, be a
Like
manager.
just be a manager or be an A&R.
Yeah.
Zambia has no like industry.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's either a manager or an artist.
And that's where it finished. Those are the only two jobs.
Yeah, you need A&Rs. You need
There's no booking agents.
You need booking agents.
There's no road managers.
Manager.
You know, because
Yeah.
there's supposed to be this whole kind of thing where if you've got a show in Dola, your actual manager doesn't have to leave with
No.
you because they're still managing things here. You know what I'm saying?
Managing the business.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Because the artist is a business.
It's supposed to be someone dedicated who goes now
Yeah.
to Ndola to keep all the shows or whatever.
Make sure.
Livingston, they make sure. But the person in Lusaka is handling what needs to be handled here.
And then the managers are trying to be the stars at the same time.
That's something I'm so
Crazy.
against as well. I am really, really against that kind of thing. For
Yeah.
like, you know, I always use, Wesley and I always talk about it. Like, you know, one of Drake's best things, like what makes Drake. I mean, this podcast is literally called Scary Hours. It might not even be a name that Drake came up with himself. But like, guys know their job in his team.
Simple.
I know that you're OVO Trigga, this is what you do. You're OVO Wesley, I'm OVO Gus. You do your job. No
That's it.
one tries to outshine the star in the middle,
Yes.
who is Drake. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is you. We build around
We
you.
build around you and we play to our strengths. So if he's a good booking agent or he's got all the contacts for festivals and whatever, that's
Run
his
that.
job.
Yeah.
Make sure Drake is booked. I'm good at it. I know artists that can get featured. Exactly. I'm marketing. I can call all the billboard companies, all the TV stations, radio, podcasts, whatever, media, handle that. You're good at, like you said, maybe features, whatever it may be. You handle all of that. You call the artist managers, make sure the features are organized. Oh, we want this person on the song, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Here we've got this thing of, like you said, you're the artist, I'm the manager. Both of us are big stories. There's nothing I'm trying to build around you. I'm using you to also build myself. It makes no sense to me. I've never understood it.
It's chaotic.
I actually really, really admire what you guys do. Like I don't know if I can call it a collective, what you guys are. It's like you're also like a mini couch. You always move together.
Yeah.
You all do each other's stuff. So for example, I'll use Jet Ski and Naya.
Yeah, shout out to my people.
Yeah, shout out to those two.
That's the Migos.
Those are the only ones I know. Sorry, hey, the cocktail is cooking me.
That's the Migos.
Shout out cocktail.
That's the Migos.
It's nice. It's nice. Don't worry. Yeah, so I'll use Naya and Jet Ski. So Shania is a DJ.
Yeah.
Naya B is a DJ. Maybe she'll play your song during her set. You know what I'm saying? Jet Ski will take fantastic photos of her either calling you out on stage to perform your song while she's playing it. And it's like a sort of like synergy you've created. You know what I'm saying? And Mike is taking a video.
Yeah.
All those kinds of things. Like, I was telling Wesley, like, why the hell did none of our friends decide to pick up a camera, dude? Like, you guys take dope pictures just for being places. Like, you make it look like we're not in the same Lusaka. Just because
the idea.
You go with your friends everywhere, you take pictures everywhere.
Everywhere, bro.
And
keep it going.
You know, it's like, it's non-stop. It's always in our face.
The vlog's coming, by the way. The YouTube is coming. We've got plans.
Yeah, and then you all document everything.
Yeah, we have to.
Which I think is brilliant.
We have to.
You know, you document things, and I think it's really, really... Sorry?
The vlog. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we're trying to... The collective, like you said, is something we've been working on. It's like, we have obviously Mike, Ski, Naya's there, and Ari.
Yeah.
So we have a studio space already now. We're trying to, branch out, like you said, you need to build around
something.
Yeah, shout out to making music. We love it, but we'd love to exist beyond it.
Yeah, of course.
And
that's the benefit of documenting stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's that famous video, it's now famous, of Doechii like being fired from a label, I think 5 years ago.
From label, I think she was work.
Yeah, but she wasn't an artist. Yeah, she wasn't actually an artist. She was actually working for a label and she was like let go of or something.
Yeah.
Like 5 years ago.
Yeah. I need to document it.
And now she's a Grammy Award winner, and that video is now like it's almost like
Yeah.
a testament to be like,
Yeah.
guys, you know, like
You can
first of
do
all,
it.
show your stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, you can do it. And she stuck with her gut
Grammy
feeling and
winner.
it went. Yeah, now
Yeah.
she's won Grammys, bro.
Yeah, Grammys actually.
That's insane. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I really like the fact that you guys do that, and you're not like stuck in this almost dogmatic thing we have here in Zambia of this is what it takes to succeed. You need to make a reggaeton banger with heavy drums and
No, just do your thing.
it,
You know,
it plays in the taverns and all that
I
kind
would
of
say
stuff.
it also comes down to what you guys do with the Super Soft. I believe in
Shout out.
in community,
Uh-huh.
you know, and that's what you've been building.
You know, I hate that word. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
It's overused.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
you know what
But I know
mean.
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like you know what Super Soft is not just going to be music and a DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
get
It's
you.
like
It's an experience.
it's an experience. I'm
It feels
going
like
to
a family
make
thing
friends.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a reunion of some sort. Like, all right, bro.
That's true. To be
I
like, we haven't seen
you in a
each
long
other.
time.
Yeah.
I've got friends coming from like the UK already talking about it. Like, yo,
Yeah.
last time we met was the same.
Was at the event. Yeah.
And the guy is flying in and he's like, I've seen on the calendar, there's another one.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, building community is what I want to do with my music as well.
Uh-huh.
That's why I try to maintain, not saying I'm not trying to mix with what's going on in the country, but I want to be able to build a community around my music.
Yeah.
You know, so
Around you first. Yeah.
you know, we identify as like Trigga fans.
Yeah.
You know, we identify as people who go to Super Soul.
Yeah.
Like just build community around what you're doing. And that's what will give you longevity. Longevity comes from community.
Have you found that hard though? Oh, that's a bar. That's a bar. Everything comes from community. Real. Have you found it difficult though, here in Zambia in particular, let's say to mesh or connect with other artists? I feel like that's another issue we have is that there's like a lack of collaboration.
Yeah.
I know we see it like more often now, but I still feel like
it's not enough.
We've been listening to some of these artists maybe 10, 15, 20 years.
And there's not too much going on.
There's not too much collaboration and stuff like with newer artists. I really like what Cleo did a few years ago.
Yeah, when she
did like a whole EP with
Natasha
Chansa. Yeah. That's really, really dope. I like stuff like that. Like, you know, be like where you are, but understand that there will be people after you. A lot of these people are just there and they're there and that's it.
Yeah, they're comfortable. I don't think they're seeing it, as you said, you know, like where
there's no legacy.
Yeah, it's like I'm comfortable. I'm getting paid every weekend. Why should I help Trigga with a verse? I mean, I'm here. But then when Trigga suddenly takes off, you say, okay, now let's operate something. And then when I now say I can't, it's like, oh, these new cats. Come on, bro. I was there. You didn't
hit me up.
Know,
I've heard about this before.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
It does happen.
But I think, collaboration is important. But at the same time, it has to be organic,
meaningful. Yeah,
you know, that's why I don't like. If you've noticed, I don't have too many collabs. The main reason I worked with Ree as well is because we had to be maybe even like friends before the business comes in as well.
Got you.
You know, you need to be on a certain energy.
Yeah. Long live Ari, by the way.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Apparently, he was too tired to come here.
He was operating. We're in the studio, we're cooking. Yeah, but
he's in the studio for too long.
it's the life. It's how it's supposed to be. Collaboration is better than competition, but again, you can't just collab anyhow.
Yeah, of course.
You can't just mix.
I know you can't just like say, oh, you know what? Let me just go.
Even in cocktails, you can't just mix anyhow.
That's true. Yeah. Shout out cocktail. Shout out cocktail.
You need to be
That's
calculated.
That's a good one. So who would you say then here though? I'm sorry to keep bringing it back here, but like it's a very fascinating. Yeah, we're here. It's a very, very fascinating thing because, like you said, you don't make music from here. So like, who from here would you say you really, really like respect or admire, either as a brand or an artist, even just generally?
Say Chef 187 for sure.
Hey, that's a hit machine.
Chef Pompey.
That's a good one.
Pompey.
People underrate him both as not as a musician, as Pompey. A brand they underrate him.
Miju still
greatest Zambian
album
of all time.
I agree. Sonically,
of all time,
it's different. Story-wise,
a lot of people actually say
different.
If he just stuck to like rapping, there would be no discussion about who the GOAT is in Zambia. Like, you know, he saved a lot of niggas' careers by deciding to go the gospel route.
Pompey is so good, bro. Like sonically, and how he's also been able to just stick to what he knows.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is my lane. Fine, you find me where I am.
Yeah.
You can't now just force me to bend to whatever is going on.
I like that he does that. That's a very good one, actually. Like I said, as a musician, I think people respect him, but I think as a brand and as an artist,
it's strong.
It's
such a strong brand.
Underrated. Like when you say Pompey. Are you kidding me? Guys, sorry. The store next door hates us for some reason or whatever.
Yeah, but we go.
But yeah, no, we're
keep
good.
Operating.
We're good. Yeah, no, I like Pompey. I like Pompey. And then like, who would you say like right now, currently, who influences your sound?
My sound now, I think I'm just on my own.
Okay, all time.
Kanye West.
One.
Kanye West, Wizkid.
Cocktail Lab.
Yeah, we've got.
No, as in our director is calling you here. Okay, anyways, yeah. So you're saying Wizkid, Kanye
West, Wizkid, Drake.
Yeah.
Respect. I'm just into artists that are, you know, very a Burna Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Artists that put quality over anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Quality over anything else. So, yeah. But I wouldn't say that I'm influencing my sound right now. Because like right now I think I'm in a pocket where I'm just listening to the old me and trying to
do better than that. Got you. Okay, no, that's dope. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Which leads us to obviously there is one of the main hot reasons you're here today is because you currently have the hottest song in the country.
Amen.
You currently have the hottest song in the country.
Amen.
I'm not gonna lie, there's been very few rollouts that, especially like by artists in this country that I like. But I think you did a very, very good job in the rollout of this Nationality song.
We had to.
I didn't even know it was called Nationality.
You thought it was
up
vanilla.
until like yesterday.
Yeah, we had to.
Oh,
we struggled
at the time of this recording. The song dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
we struggled with the name because obviously the vanilla is the catchy part, but at the same time we wanted to make it open to everyone. You know, it's more of a cultural song.
Yeah.
You know, so it's Nationality. Where you from is more than just like shouting vanilla random. So now
I get that.
So
but sometimes we have some songs like that where it's just a random word.
Yeah. And then it sticks. But then even the rollout, shout out to Mike again. Shout out to Mike, Ski, and Ari. Because even when we just heard the song, we knew like, okay, this is what. We could either, like I was explaining to you off camera, we could either shoot something mad or
like a crazy music video.
Crazy music video. And people say, this is fire. Or build traction that will bring us the right investment that will now give us the video that a song like this deserves. Yeah. So we focused on more high quality short form content than, long.
Than just like blowing the bag on it. Yeah, no, because those reels are quality. I mean, you guys were drifting in the car park.
Yeah.
Weren't you terrified? They're like, one thing goes wrong.
No, luckily the guys are correct. Luckily the guys are a good. Shout out Haida as well. He was handling the stunts.
Oh, really?
He was handling the stunts.
How did that go?
Yeah, fire, man, fire.
It was dope.
We had to make sure we do something different. I think every reel is different.
Yeah.
Every reel has been different.
Even though you've been right in the middle, though.
Yeah, but everything's been different.
The one that I really, really enjoyed was the one you did with all the girls.
Yo, and that was on the spot again. Shout out Thrift Market and everyone who featured.
Yeah.
Because I was supposed to be alone in that thing. Then I looked around, I'm like, this is what the song's about anyway.
Yeah,
it's about showing where you're from, the culture. And we just randomly started asking people, and Cleo happened to be there as well.
Yeah, when I saw that, I said, you guys got Cleo. Free promo.
And she didn't even argue. Anyway, Cleo's always been one of the biggest supporters.
OGs,
one of my biggest supporters. Makitu and them have been really, really supportive. So she said, no problem, I'm there.
Guys chilling. You know, finish the cocktail.
I'm there.
No, that was really, really dope. I admire rollouts because I think people underestimate how far how far it takes your track
Gone.
forward.
And right now it's gone. I can't lie.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we obviously expected a couple of thousand people to watch it, but now the impressions are saying something else. It's really gone, and it's gone beyond just it being just a song. Now it's become a conversation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's become a conversation about what is like good music.
In what sense?
Like I said in the comments, they keep asking, is this Zambian? And I'm like, yes, it is. It's possible, you know?
Yeah.
It's a conversation that we are now trying to push to say, we can be different. We're a different, we're a special country in the sense that we don't have borders. We don't have a thinking, seaport or anything. We're landlocked. So we are
they say you must say
melting pot. A landlink.
That's what they say.
So we are a melting pot of cultures.
Mm-hmm.
We are a melting pot of cultures. It's always been like that.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's a good thing because we get to tap into anything and everything and then make something.
Yeah.
You know, even Kalindula itself, if we're being very serious, if we're being very honest, that's rumba. Like it's got like a heavy rumba situation, but that shouldn't be shocking because we're just next to Congo.
I get you. Of course.
You know, Zambia has always, it goes as far as history. Let's just even take it there.
Just hold on 2 seconds. What do you need? Black Barrel. Just what?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a sale live on the podcast here. Black Barrel is going. It is selling for 1,100 kwacha at the bottle shop. Don't forget.
Yeah. So
Lewanika Mall, East Park Mall, Manda Hill, Ndola, Kitwe, Solwezi. Bottle shop everywhere.
So like
I told you I was gonna do it.
Yeah, and that's happened.
Shout out Black Barrel. So yeah, you're saying
Zambia is a melting pot of cultures. It's always been, simply because like I was saying, we can take it as far as history. You know, we can take it to as far as independence times.
Yeah.
When we got our independence, we became a safe haven.
100%.
For everyone around us.
Yeah.
South Africans started running here.
Mm-hmm. Zimbabweans
came here. Mozambique.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard for us to have like a sound or an identity, because we are a melting pot of cultures. And that's one thing that people need to understand. We'll never be pure. No,
but nothing ever is.
Nothing ever is.
Right?
Yeah, so
especially when it comes to music.
Mm-hmm.
Music, in fact, let me not even say music, arts in general.
Mm.
If I started painting, something has inspired me to start that painting. You know what I'm saying? The presets or whatever that Ski or Mike or whoever uses, they saw something that made them
that
say,
inspired them.
You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Even this, you have no idea how Wesley and I send each other stuff to be like, let's also start doing this. Let's do this. But like, you know, you have to adapt it in a way, like you said, that's authentic and organic.
Authentic and organic
to you as a person and your own personal experiences.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a quick like this or that, actually. Just obviously it's like music oriented.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to test you just a bit, like, you know, I have to see where you stand on the spectrum of things.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do I'll do like maybe 4 or 5 just to see where you stand.
All right.
So, first of all, actually, all on Afro Beats.
Yeah.
Is it a big 3, or is Ashake a 4th entrant for you? Before we even go anywhere,
I'll give Rama a shout.
Rama or Ashake? That's the first this or that. Rama or Ashake?
Rama.
Okay. Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna.
Ira Star or Thames?
Thames.
Okay. I'm trying to think of another one. Which other artist can I get to confuse you? Omale, Joe Boy.
Omale. Wow.
Okay.
Omale is different.
Wiz Burner.
Nah, that's serious.
That one I see is a real beef on the internet.
But I'll go with Wiz.
Casper Your Vest, aka.
Shh, don't do this to me, bro. AKA was just too much. R.I.P.
R.I.P. AKA. Long live.
Oh, AKA was just different.
Yeah, what an artist, man.
An artist.
You know,
that's
what
the
an
key.
artist. Not just a rapper.
I think he was just beyond a rapper, like you said. Very experimental, very, very Kanye-esque.
So now that you've mentioned, you've told us the story of how you started in hip hop, dabbled in EDM, and I've done
landed now,
and I've landed in Afro Beats. So like that's the landing. So do you think the plane or the car could drift somewhere else, like sort of the way Rama has, like you can enter a punk rock, or you can enter a pop music, or
I can see
sometimes
like
it's just
an
a feature though,
R&B.
an
I could see
R&B.
an R&B. I could see a bit of I can still rap.
You start doing some Bryson Tiller jams.
Yeah, I can still do rap.
You suit, doesn't he suit wearing the oversized t-shirt with the cap, just looking down the whole music
now
video?
When I cut my hair, I'll do that.
Do you ever plan on cutting it?
Yeah. Every time.
How long have you had your hair? Or when did this become the Trigga look?
Thing is, maybe let me just say 2023-ish.
Uh-huh.
But like before that, I would have them, unlock them, trim it to a short afro.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
I can't even imagine you with like no more hair. Like this.
Oh, that's too low.
It's too low.
I could do an afro.
An afro?
Yeah, I could.
You need to have something.
Need to have something at the top. But maybe if I keep a beard or something, then I can.
You could shorten it.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
No, it's a very, it's a Travis look.
Man.
Every artist has this hair. You can tell you're an artist just when you walk in now.
That's crazy.
It's the truth though. Even Wesley in some rooms, I'm sure they ask, do you make music?
I obviously think he's doing some.
You know what I'm saying?
Dance hall.
They love
Rasta man.
dreads. Yo, what do they call him? German. Wesley's a German everywhere he goes to.
Same man. Like they're not even dreads, bro.
And it's actually ironic that you said that, because he used to have an afro as well.
Because when it comes to the dread thing in Zambia, everything is dreads. There's a time, funny enough, we were going to Black.
Yeah.
The turn there to the turn to the filling station. Right corner there.
Got you, yeah. With his KFC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the car broke down just there.
Yeah.
And then he had to go get water somewhere. And I came out to,
open
the boot and try to figure things out. But then there was a small jam being created because people were trying to go to the club.
Yeah.
And I was causing like
causing confusion.
Jam. Bro, I was being insulted, bro. And most of them will come for their hair.
They come for their hair.
German. I'm like, bro. I'm equally stuck here, boys. German, just I want to come. Like, bro.
Like the car isn't moving, dude. Yeah.
It can't move. Problem ukonda vyamba. Like, bro, how? How, bro? You don't even know me, bro. There's no way. Bro. And that was nighttime, bro. Guys were just trying to go to the club. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to leave this place too, man.
I'm sorry, that's killed me.
Save me.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Save me, bro. So from that time, I was just like,
it's part of the game.
Part of the game, man.
It is part of the game.
I'm like, how?
So who now, as Jay Trigga, right? Before we even get into where Trigga is going, what Trigga plans to do, who is your dream feature?
Wizkid.
Wizkid.
Over
all else.
Ish. I think Wizkid, Davido.
What would you appreciate more? Them saying, I need your verse on this song, or it's your song and Wiz says, I want to jump on? I think you would cry for the second one.
Yeah, the second one. The second one will have me shaking, bro. Because if they tell me to put something on a verse, on a song, that's pressure. Now that's my goat.
Yeah. You can't mess up in front of the goat. Yeah.
Bro, it tells me, I need a 16 or something. I'm like, hey, chief. And then the worst case is like, this happens, right?
Yeah.
You put the verse and the jam doesn't drop. And then I just like, am I a cock or something?
Have you actually ever doubted, like you mentioned, like when you came back to Zambia, you questioned it a lot.
Yeah.
But like, have you ever doubted it to the point where you've said, let me just stop, dude?
A lot, because then sometimes
is that like because of the environment or other circumstances?
And then you think to yourself, like, for me, I literally have a degree and a master's. I don't need
you don't need to make music,
So there's times where you think, is it really worth it? And then you find some random person just DMs you on Instagram. Yo, bro, I like your music. Don't stop. And it's like,
It makes it always.
yeah.
You should
Makes
see.
it
You
always
should see Wesley when he gets DMs about this podcast. He almost cries. The guy.
You know, it means a
becomes
lot.
so
it means a
emotional.
lot because then you realize it's bigger than you, bro. You know, there's people who, which is random. You don't know how many people you inspire, how many
You
lives
have
you
no
touch.
idea. I promise you.
You know,
it happens to me, all
And
the
it's
time as
random.
well.
It's like, bro, I've just been doing my thing. I didn't know it's actually affecting your life. Shout out,
Mhm.
you know. But like it's really deep. And when you're given a gift like what we're doing right now, or whatever you have been given by God,
Yeah,
you have to understand that you stopping is also disrespectful to the person that gave it to you. Like if God told you you're supposed to influence people, you're supposed to change lives,
yeah.
with your talent, you're supposed to inspire, and then you choose to pack it. I think it's disrespectful to the person who gave it. It's like your parents give you a jersey. Sometimes you might not even like it.
But like out of
It's not
appreciation,
my
let me
size,
just
this
wear
one.
it. Yeah.
You know, it's not my size. I don't even like it. You know, but then
There you
it's
go.
lives you're changing.
I hear that. No, I really, really hear that.
So doubt is normal for anyone who's creating anything,
There
be
we
it
go.
music, be it events, be
Podcasts.
it podcasts, be it. It's normal. And if you tie what you're doing to numbers, life's gonna be hard.
It also doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because
mean
even
anything.
for us, like, you know, you get a certain number of like listens, or people have listened for so many hours, and you think that, okay, now we've reached. But then again, you still want more. It never ends.
Never ends.
There's gonna be a day Scary Hours has been listened to or watched a million times. We'll reach that. We're going to want 5 next. We're gonna want 10 next.
It never ends. So don't tie it to
like a figure.
to a figure. Just do what you're doing, and the right people will find you along the way. And that's the thing about
I like that.
doing like
Anything
you
creative.
said, anything creative. And you asking me why I've stayed true to what I've been doing.
Yeah.
It's because my people find me, bro. I don't want to reach into other people's bags. Like, oh no, because maybe, let me just give an example. Your Maps is hot.
Yeah.
The hottest artist here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, because he's doing this, let me do it. That's not your source, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's his.
It's his.
Yeah. And it's unique to him.
That's what works
That's
for him.
his talent. Yeah.
You do your thing, your people find you. If they're 50 and they believe in you, they'll pay you.
Go with
those
it.
same 50 can change your life.
It happened, bro. Like, I like that you said that. Super soft.
Mm.
It rained the first time. People came. We told people just come for free.
Mm.
People who are just our friends and
Yeah.
family, literally.
Pull up.
And now you've seen what it's become.
Hey, it's
you know what I mean?
big. It's bigger than the country.
And
that's
it's
why.
getting bigger. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger.
It's bigger than
No,
the
but Jay
country.
Trigga, before we wrap this up, we would love to know, first of all, where people can find you. Number one. First of all, shout out. By the way, before we even close this, these boys were on Audio Mac Africa. That's huge.
Yeah,
by the way, they
yeah.
were cover stars for Audio Mac. What playlist was it?
260.
260.
Like a new Zambian playlist.
Uh-huh.
Zambian
Yeah, these guys were
music.
cover stars, Audio Mac Africa.
Yeah, we had them in the DMs too. Well, in the comments. Audio Mark, the CEO is in the comments. Go check. Yeah,
No,
but
yeah.
like they've always supported my career, to be honest.
Oh, really?
From
I think Audio Mac is a good platform
it's
for
a
African
very
artists
good, it's
in
a very
particular.
good, and they pay.
Oh, really?
They pay. You can be monetized.
Mhm.
You know,
I
once
know-
once you're verified, you're monetized. I've chowed some mark before.
Oh, you're cutting. And you're going to chow
Amen.
more rack with
Amen,
this
amen,
Nationality
amen,
jam, which is
amen.
out now everywhere.
Everywhere.
We
bro.
love it. We've been playing it. I remember Wesley were like, when you confirmed Jay Trigga, like, bro, has the song dropped yet?
Yeah.
Has the song dropped yet?
What
We
a
have to
song.
bump it before everyone.
What a song.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, it's a
Yeah,
really, really
the
good
love
song.
has been very organic.
Shout out to Ari as well.
Very organic. Very
Hopefully we
organic.
get to have him here.
Mm.
So yeah, where can people find you? Where can people find the music? And then you have to tell us what you have planned.
No problem.
Next. Is there an EP? Is there an album? Is there another playlist cover? What's going on there?
It's a big year. That's what I can say. But
It's a huge year.
But we Jay Trigga on everything. Jay Trigga official on all platforms. One. And then as for what's coming next, obviously this Nationality is from a project.
Got you.
We have a joint project with Ari.
Oh, that's dope.
Because the collective is called Update anyway.
We have to do exclusive listening.
No, I was already playing some tunes
Oh,
for
yeah.
the,
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
gents. It's serious. There's no,
It's gonna bang.
it's gonna bang. It's gonna be different, and that's the whole idea. Like we want to take it to the world. Give
Take
you
it to
something
the
new.
head.
This guy. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's a big year. Shout out for
Is there a timeline for this
shout to you
EP?
guys.
you're
We
still
just
just working
first
on
half
it?
of the year. We just have to make sure.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because now, like I said, I think I was telling you guys before. Okay, we expected the love, but then now it's like it's too much. It's like
It's more than you.
We need to make sure we let people digest
Yeah.
the music as well. Because again,
100%.
you can't just
It's actually
you know.
one of the worst things people always say is when an artist has a banger, like as their first song, it's so hard to maintain the traction, or the attention that you now have.
Yeah. But
you
again,
guys
you
have
have to
been
be
at this.
realistic. Yeah. You have to be realistic with it. You have to understand that not every song is gonna be
A hit.
the same.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
every
receive
song
the
is a
same.
hit. Yeah. Every song you make, believe it or not, is a hit. It just needs to reach the right people.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why everyone has their favorite songs on an album.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there's people who I meet and then when he dropped, people are like, oh, better and bass brain. I'm like, hey, oh,
Yeah.
he just arrived. How we already crucifying the whole catalog like this.
I get
But
you.
I understand. I
get you.
understand. Like, okay. Yeah, it's a
Nah.
good thing. It's a good thing that people are also getting to. That's a good thing about having something like take off.
Yeah.
Because now people realize this guy's actually been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm new to you, not new to this.
Yeah. That's
Basically.
true. That's literally how I found out about Rama.
Mm,
But yeah, no, that's really, really dope. Thank you for coming on here.
No, I appreciate you
You
guys.
know,
This is family.
You know, yeah, we've been meaning to do this. To be
Guys,
honest.
family.
It's just fantastic that we've done it within
The best
within
time.
24 hours of you dropping the
This
track.
is the best time.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
This is
guys,
the best time.
Nationality is out everywhere. Please,
Everywhere.
especially go find it there on Audio Mac.
Yeah,
These
that's
boys are
tight.
cover stars. You know him and Ari.
Yeah,
Brilliant,
that was
brilliant
big.
song.
That was big.
Huge song. Before we go, this is Scary Hours podcast. You have to tell us your favorite Drake album. Then we're closing.
This is hard, bro.
That's all. This is the
It's
last
off
thing
the
I'm
top of
asking you.
my head now.
There's an answer somewhere.
Off the top of my head, I would say more life, but wait.
This is interesting,
I
bro.
wouldn't say
It's
more life. I
second
wouldn't say
person in
more
my life.
life. I wouldn't say more life, but okay. I'll just stick to it. I think more life did a lot for me.
Where you were in life.
Yeah, it
More
was it was sonically pleasing. I think
Gotcha.
I understand why I said it's a playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, with albums, you have songs that might even be fillers.
Yeah,
Like, okay, this is just a filler. But that one feels like a playlist.
From
of
top to
bangers.
bottom, yeah.
Everything's different,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I'd say more life and take care. Take
Gotcha.
care.
More life to you, Jay Trigga. Thank you
Amen,
for having
amen,
me.
amen.
Thank you for coming to the podcast. Scary Hours. Turn the cameras off, please.
I'm a dope now.